Okay, this is Access Lab 2. You're supposed to download the supplier database on under the Access Labs. So to download it, just right click on it and choose Save Target As. And save the database. They ask you to open the company table. So you know that when you open a particular database, you see all of the objects. I can see that I have one table called company. I have a query called company list, and I have a form called company info, and a report called company details. And we said in order to create a query or a form or a report, we go to the create button or the create tab, and for the query we will click on query design, and we will follow the instructions like what to include, which fields to include. So by looking at company list, I see I have a company, a product, a first and last contact name, and a phone number only. So how did I create that query? I went and I clicked on either Query Wizard or Query Design, and I said I want to include company. I want to include attributes from company, and if you remember, it is the company, the product, the contact first, the contact last, and the phone number, and that's it. And run it, and you see the exact same result that you saw before, that is under company list. For the form, we just have to highlight company and click on form, and it will automatically create the form for us. And the same thing for the report. You just highlight the table and hit report, and it will again create the report for you. So that was the lab 1, but actually it wasn't supplier, and we had to work with another lab, that's Fontenelle, and you did a lot more other stuff there. So now in the second Access tutorial, they are asking you to open the company table, and they say in design view. When I open a table, it's automatically opened in data view, meaning that you can see the data. How can I now move into the design view? The design view is the view that where you are designing the table, saying the table will have these columns. Each column will contain that type of data: text, number, yes or no, memo, a picture. So in order to look at the design, you will click on the home tab, and you will click on the design view. And now I can see the design of my table. What can you tell me about company? About the company table. I have 11 attributes in there. The primary key is called company ID, which means every company will have a unique company ID. They are all text except for the last attribute. That's a date. That's the initial contact. When did I initially contacted that company? So now they want you to make changes to the design. So look at this table and make the changes to the design. We are on the review assignment on page 98, AC 98. No, that was the first lab. So now they want you to go, and for company ID, They want you to write the description to say that this is the primary key. Yes, for company key, I want a description that's company key. The size should not be 255. That's a waste. I know that I will not include more than 6, so I'll make the field size 6. And the caption, which means at the top of the column, I want it to say company, space, and then ID. Do you see where the caption is? The caption is the 4th row, and you should write company and then leave a space and then ID. The description is right up. Jesse, watch. It's right there. Do you know where it is? Because you were saying, go to home, click on the view at the top, and you should see the design view now. So make the changes based on the sheet in front of you. The second is company. Its text should be 50. So click on the 2nd row now and change the size from 255 to 50. And your the caption should be company name. And then product, which is the 4th row now, has a size of 40. And the caption is product type. Address is 35. Your city is 25. Your state is just 2. The zip is 10. The phone is 14. The company first, the contact first is 20. But here I need to add a caption. And the caption is contact first name. And the contact last name is 25. And again, a caption that says contact last name with spaces. And then the initial contact for the date and time, I need to change the format to short date. So under format, I'm going to change it to short date. And the caption should be initial contact date. Okay, that should be would finish the structure. They want you to save and close. Go ahead and look at the data. And you see, you have, I mean, like you can see all of the data right there. Now they want us to create a new table. Where should I click? Create and table. And it goes again to the data sheet view, and I need to go to design. And it says name your table. And your table should be product. So go ahead and name it product. Yes, ma'am. Yes, just like say close it and save it and close it. Yeah, save and then close. Now you want to define product. So the first is product ID. And instead of it being an auto number, change it to text. And type the description primary key. The field size is 4. And the caption is product and space ID. We are following the things on the second table, the second figure now. Okay, go ahead and finish the rest. So the second one is a company ID. And if you remember, we said if a particular attribute does not really belong to the table, then it is a foreign key. So this one is a foreign key. It's only there so that I can link the company and products. So this is a text too, and it is a foreign key, meaning it doesn't really belong here. The reason that I'm putting it here is to link product and company. And I want it to be size 6. And I want the caption to be company ID with a space. Make sure that you spell it the same way. Otherwise, you will have a big problem when you create the relationship between the tables. Make sure that you follow the description in the figure. Otherwise, you will have a big problem. Then the third is product type. And it is text again. And it is 35. And the caption is product space type. And then I have price. And price cannot be text, will be currency. And I will format it as standard instead of currency. I will make it standard. So I don't want to add a $sign or anything. And I will make sure that the decimal places are 2. Instead of auto, I'm going to change it to 2. The following is color. And color is text. Size is 15. And size is again text, and size, and the field size is 15. And the following is material, and again it is text, and size is 30. And weight, and it is a number. The weight is like 12 pounds, 13 ounce. And it's not a long integer. I'm going to change the field size to single. And the caption will be weight in pounds. And the last one is discount. And it is a yes or no. So am I going to give a discount or not? And the format, instead of it true and false, will change it to yes, no. So that will finish the structure or the design of the product table. I want now to add a new field, unit, between price and color. So between the price and color, I want to add unit. So just add color, right click, and insert row, and it will move color down. And now you want to add unit. And unit is a text, and the size is 15. And now we need to enter the records that are on the back. So I'm done with the structure. I'm going to save it. And I want to go now to the data sheet so that I can enter data. I'll have to click on the view again, and that will take me inside of the table. So now go ahead and type in the information on figure 4. Yeah, just like hit yes, and then yeah, you can go. As you can see, there is no size for the first one, but there is a material, and the material is softwood spine. And then the discount, there is no way the discount is yes, so I'm going to click check the discount. And now I go to the second, and the second is 5013. The size here is 8 by 2, and as you can see, we don't have the same order like the table, so we're going to change the order after we're done. But make sure you are putting the information in the right field. And there is no discount, so we are not going to check this. So we are going to save and go back to the design and make sure that we have the same order. So product ID, company ID, product type, price, unit, color, and then they have material and then size. Yeah, they said move the size so that it follows the material. So now just highlight size in the design view and drag it underneath material. So material will be up before it. Now we want to do the import, which you have done in the previous. Do you want to do it? Enter data from. It says import the data in the goods workbook, an Excel database into the product table. Can you do it? You can? Okay, go ahead. Yeah. On mine. I have the Excel file, but I'm going to show you where it is. It is under the C drive and course technology and new perspective. So I'll open them for you, the clients. It's right there. Okay. So I'm going to put it on the desktop so that you can get it right away.
Go ahead now and do number 8.
Okay, so number 8 says use the import spreadsheet wizard to add data to the product line table. The data you need to import is contained in the goods workbook, which is an Excel file located in the Access 1 review folder provided in your data files. So to import a table, you click on external data, and then
First go into the data sheet view or close the table.
And yeah, it's gonna ask you if you want to save it. You want to make sure you save it. You know what I'm saying? And then, so yeah, you go to external data, and then you click on this one, which is going to import an Excel spreadsheet. Because you have two of them with Excel on it, but this one is to export. So you're going to click the import one, and then you click on browse, and you said it was on the desktop, right? Okay, so there it is right there. Right here? And which one was it? Was it goods? Okay. So then it's going to ask if you want to import the source data to create a new table. Okay, so you're going to click the first one, so it'll create like a new table in the current database.
But you actually don't want to do that. You want
I mean,
to
you
add
know,
them.
yeah, you don't want to do that. So,
You want to add them to the product.
where,
So go back, cancel.
okay,
The second option. The first option was create a new table. You don't want to do that. You want to take data from the Excel
yeah,
sheet.
because right here it says select the option for appending data number B.
That's right.
Yeah.
You want to add it to an existing table. My
Right.
table is product.
And not company, so you're going to change the company one to product, because it tells you to add it to the product one. And then you push OK.
So now it shows you the information inside of the Excel sheet.
It says in the import spreadsheet wizard dialog boxes, make sure Access confirms that the first row contains the column being headings, and this is the first row right here. So you're gonna click on that. Or I guess I push next first. Oh yeah, okay, so it's the first row. Yeah, it's already clicked. Yeah. So I click next and import the product table. Do not save the files in the imported steps. So I push finish, right? Do I click this button right here?
You can, I mean, if you are going to repeat that every day, taking from one Excel sheet to the database.
Uh-huh.
So you can save it so that you don't have to repeat the steps.
Right. Okay, and then I'm just gonna click finished, and then next, and then do I want to let the wizard decide or what?
Okay, let him next, let's see. No, cancel. Should automatically add them.
Okay, maybe let's just put cancel. So it says don't save the do not save the import steps. So I just push close.
Now open the product table and see if you have now all of the, see now the files became, instead of being 7, now
Right.
they are 64.
Where?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So I'm going to upload the goods Excel sheet to the same lab. So go ahead and download the goods also. And now the steps are: you need to close your product table. You need to go to the external data because you are importing data from outside of Access. And then you have to decide for yourself which one to choose. Under import, you have several options. You have Excel, you have Access, you have an ODBC database, you have a text file, an XML file, and then different others. Yes. It's a connection to another database. So you're pulling from one database to another. So in that case, it's an Excel. So I'm going to click on Excel. And it asks me, where is your file? So whatever you have saved your file, try and locate it. Browse and find your file. Here is mine. And it asks you, do you want, and it's important that you read the options. You cannot just like skip on them and choose any one. You have to understand what the options are. The first one is, do you want to import the data into a totally new table? That's not what they are asking us to do. They are asking us to add the records from the Excel sheet to the product table. So the first option is not a good one. I need to append a copy of the records in the table, and I have to choose which table do I want to add, and that's product. And then hit OK and OK and OK and finish. So that when you close at the end, you should double click on product and see 64 records. If you don't, let me know. I'll finish these steps and then I'll come and help you, Jess. Now they say, let me finish so that I can close the video, because otherwise like people are not doing anything while we are. So it says open the product table in the data sheet and resize all the columns. So resize, see the product type is not large enough. To make it large enough, you just like move your cursor to the very top. Same thing like we did with Excel, double click and it will resize it. The same thing for the material. And then size, move your cursor to the top and double click on the edge, on the right edge. And now they want us to save and close. And the last thing is, how can now I build a relationship between company and product so that I'm able to tell what products does a company sell? I will go under database tools and choose relationships, and I will add the two tables, product and company. It is database tools, relationships, and then click on relationships and add the two tables. Click on the first one and then highlight the second and click. So now I have the two tables. We said to establish a relationship between the tables, they have to have something common. What is the common attribute between the two? Company ID. Now, this you have to remember. To link, you drag the primary key from one table, what is common should be primary in one of the tables. So I know that what is common is company ID. Where is it primary? In the company. So I have to drag it from company and not from the product. I have to go from company, drag it on top of company ID in the product table. And then click on enforce referential integrity, cascade update, and cascade delete. And all of these are explained in the first lab. It says that means I cannot keep a product for a company that does not exist, right? I have to create a company first and then create its product. The same way like you as a student, I cannot register you in the course if you have not applied to the university. You have to apply first. You have to be a student at TSU, and then I can register you for courses. Same thing here. I cannot create a product for a fictitious company. I have to create the company first, and then say these products belong to that company. So that's the enforce referential integrity, cascade update, cascade delete means if I delete a particular company, I have to delete all of its products. Let's say I'm not going to sell these products anymore. Then I have to first delete the products and then delete the company. And the update, if I make changes to the company, they should reflect on the product. So the name of the company changes, then the product will also have another name, a different name for its company. So when you create, you see a link between the two that says one to many. What does this say? Troy, do you remember? What does the one and the many here say?
One company can have many products,
But any product, a particular product, one product belongs to how many companies? One. So when you are going the other way, you say it's always one. One company has many products, but one product belongs to only one company. Yeah.
So that's what is this? That symbol.
That symbol is many. Yeah. So I think that's it for this lab. So go ahead and save it if you are done and upload to Blackboard. If you have questions, let me know. Let me close the video.